to bring out the truth about the mark of the beast. What is the mark of the beast? Can anybody knows or tell me what is the mark of the beast? You understand? That's what I thought. You understand? The Christian pastor says that the mark of the beast is a shit. The mark of the beast is not a shit. You understand? If the mark of the beast was a shit, we have break all the chits on the earth and there will be no more mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is Christianity. Christianity is the mark of the beast.
That's right.
You understand? Islam is the mark of the beast. Egyptology is the mark of the beast.
That's right.
The white man's doctrines and philosophies is the mark of the beast.
That's right.
The white man's science is the mark of the beast.
That's right.
You understand? The white man's DNA testing is the mark of the beast.
That's right.
The topic we're bringing out is Mark of the Beast. We're bringing out a story that we brought out earlier about a U.S. Marshal by the name of Bass Reeves. We're going to go into this story and show you how this man received the mark of the beast. Okay? He was a U.S. deputy. He was appointed by a judge in the Indian Territory in the 1800s. But before we go into the story, let's go into the scripture and read about the mark of the beast to show you that it's not a chip, it's not any device pierced in your skin, but it is in your hand, a weapon that you take up for the white man, the devil, or his Christianity, his philosophy. And what is that mark in their hand? When you join his military, his police force, his fire department, his fire department, his fire department, his fire department, to be a U.S. deputy marshal, okay? And that's when he took up the arms, okay? The mark in his hand, which is the mark.
I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem, Recha HaKwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Also a sincere shalom to the elect. Peace to the elect. Peace to the elect. I want to go in this video here kind of going off a response of the brother GMS Kwadash Shapat. He did this video maybe a couple of months back, but it's titled Isupk Added Again. Isupk Trinidad says the mark of the beast is not the chip. You know, and we've known Isupk to say this. Now, a lot of you may ask, why do we consistently go on the mark of the beast and we do these mark of the beast videos, which I don't as much as like Apostle Tahar does. You know, he's very adamant on the mark of the beast, which we all are, but he does a lot of videos on that. That's the big prophecy, right? Now we do it also because I even remember with this group Adam Abbott, we was going back and forth. We had a really big battle going on back and forth about the chip, and a good percentage of his followers believe it's the chip. Okay, even though they follow him, they still believe it's the chip, which proves that a lot of people will come out of that. Okay, or we only ought to reach the elect. Anyway, this guy standing said the mark of the beast, and we say this over and over again. They say the mark of the beast is Christianity. You can't buy and sell Christianity. But I want to go on when he said the mark of the beast is Christianity, embargo is trade, import, export. He said it's science. The other one said it's the fire department. I mean, it's everything except what it is. And it doesn't say the marks of the beast like it's a whole bunch of things. It just says the mark of the beast. And it's real simple what it is. But these guys, maybe that's why they wear those dark shades, because they are literally blinded in the spirit, right? They can't see the truth. So anyway, let's go to 2 Peter 2:1. It says, but there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily or privately shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that brought them, and bring up upon themselves swift destruction. So what is this talking about? This is not talking about some regular jakes that's following Islam. These are talking about Israelites that know that that they're Israelites, right? Just like a lot of these brother left. I don't know. I believe he's a brother. I don't know if he follows our doctrine, but I left a clip about a celebrity that was an Israelite that we feel we knew was an Israelite, and he said, well, he sold out, right? And we know a lot of these celebrities sell out, but that's still a tool used that everybody knows, and there's going to be no excuse. The gospel shall be preached throughout the world. So everybody's going to know about this Israelite so-called thing, okay? So anyway, I'm going to go also into this part where he says, I did a video on these guys talking about Bass Reeves. He had the mark of the beast. Well, let's see. So we all had the mark of the beast. We all followed Christianity, right? Let's see. Revelations 14:9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, right? It says, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with the fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Okay? So this guy Bass Reeves, maybe they believe in hell. I don't know. I don't think they believe in that doctrine, but if you don't believe in a hell doctrine, that cuts you there. The only way that would work if you believe in the hell doctrine. Okay? So that means we all, when you really want to look at it, you won't be forgiven for that. There's nothing in the scriptures that say you'll be forgiven for that. And you can't just take the chip out like this guy claimed. All these guys say that. So when these guys are saying this, what they're saying, if it's not the mark of the beast, it's not the chip. So what are they telling you? Take the chip. That's literally what they're saying. You would think that they would say, well, I don't believe it's fully the mark of the beast, but I don't agree with the chip. I think that chip is part of the mark of the beast. You would think they would say something like that, but these guys are totally saying it's not the chip. It's not the vaccines. It's not the chip. It has nothing to do with them putting foreign objects in your body. That's what these guys are saying. So I don't know how you could trust somebody like that, okay? Whether you feel it's a Christian doctrine. He said the Christian preachers teach that. I don't see Christian preachers teaching that. I don't know. There's some top white-wing Christians who does recognize it, and they do know it, and they would put it out there. But for the most part, the black Christian church ain't teaching you, when you go into those churches, the mark of the beast is the chip. I don't know where he got that from. Right? It goes on to say, let me go to Revelation 13:17, get to the point. And no man might buy or sell or save. It says no man. These people are talking about it's like Nate says, it's big nations and small nations. It has nothing to do with personal everybody. This is a full slavery. This is slavery under everybody, for everybody. So this guy, Captain Tazariak, said, they don't need a microchip to enslave you. That's what they did to us in slavery. Yeah, and Jake Rand too. Jake Rand. You had ones that escaped, or when they got freed, they got brought back into slavery, or they slipped slavery. With this chip, it's the ultimate slavery. The ultimate slavery, not just of the so-called black man, the so-called white man, the Mexican man, the so-called Puerto Rican man, all you Israelites, but even the white man. I got news for you. A lot of those so-called Jews in Israel, they're going to get chipped too. They low levels. It's the elites that want to enslave the world. Okay? can't get around that. And then he said, where's the precept? Where's the precept? Some things that happened in Revelation, when John the Revelator was seeing Revelation, was being revealed things, some things that happened 1,000 years ago. And it's some things is happening now, and some things is coming to pass now. Like this chip. Right? Okay? Well, let me say some hundreds of years ago. Remember, we was in when the so-called white man got taken down and we ruled in Europe. That was a prophecy. Okay? So anyway, Revelation 14 and 9, let's go to that, to the precept, to the chip. And the third angel followed them, saying in a loud voice, if any man worship the beast, which I just read, or his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall, well, let me go on to 15, Revelation 14 and 9. Let's go to Revelation 14 and 10. Okay? Let's go back to Revelation 14 and 10. And this is that precept. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured without mixture into a cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with the fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and the presence of the Lamb. So, we always went into Revelation 13, 15, the mark. That mark is charagma, different mark is than what you've seen in the scriptures of Mark, or Mark, like Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, Mark. When you go into those words, two words that spell the same, but they have different meanings. These are the translations, okay? This is the English language. The word mark, when Paul said, mark them that cause division, I think Romans 16, that word is skopeo in the Greek. Okay, but mark in the Revelation 13, that word is charagma, right? Which is inserted or cut in two. It's simple. But, you know, you have the pride, okay? You have the prideful. And that's all these guys are. They have a lot of pride. Anyway, I just wanted to touch on that. There's no way that the mark of the beast is Christianity, or we all be set for destruction, okay? And there's no way that the mark of the beast is in some embargo or the picture of Jesus Christ, right? Then and really, if that was the case, as they like to say, it was only mentioned in Revelation. If that was the case, it would have been known all through the scriptures of talking about that being the mark of the beast. Why is it only being brought up in Revelation? Right? So if that was the case, Isaiah would have been more so talking about specifically Christianity being the mark of the beast. Right? I mean, Jeremiah and all the prophets, Yahushua even reincarnated, right? Would have been talking about that. Even in ancient times, they would have been talking about the mark of the beast. Why weren't they talking about the mark of the beast and those false gods? What these guys are saying, the false gods is Christianity. Why wasn't it called the mark of the beast? And since the translations was different, why didn't it translate to something similar to the mark of the beast? But it didn't. That's all I have on that. Shalom.